there, running-ears, it's Manny again, and boy, did we have a lot of news drop, especially a big bombshell today, so we're going to go over that. But before we do, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, that way you know when these videos come out. Give this video a thumbs up, we like to be liked. Interact with me. We're asking more and more questions. We're interacting. I love doing that on social media. Manny Runs Disney on Facebook and on Instagram. And but let's get started. So first off, I like to say that yes, every once in a while I get the scruffy look.
Who's scruffy looking?
That would be me, Han. So I'm a little scruffy looking. I'm not sure if I'm going to carry this on for Disneyland because it itches a little bit. I'm not one of those that grows this out a little bit, but sometimes it is funny because you see it and it's white, but my hair is actually, this is my natural hair color. I don't color my hair. But anyways, so let's get to it. I've enough of this scruffy looking stuff, but let's get to it. So the first thing that dropped about a week or so ago was the season, the 2026-2027 season. So this is the season starting with Wine Dine later this year and then going into next year. Remember, we're only going to have Disney World next year. So let's take a look at that. So here we are. We're going to start at the runDisney.com page. I'm already there. Kind of enlarged it so that I could see it, and I'm going to have to scroll down a little bit. Hopefully the new setup is very, very weird. It's very, very sensitive. So I'm going to try to see what we can see. But this is going to be, again, the 2027 year. So it's going to include the run later this year. So this is going to be the start of the season, which is going to start with Wine and Dine. And it's only going to include Disney World and the virtual runs. So starting on the left-hand side, we're going to see 2026 Wine and Dine Half Marathon Weekend. It's going to give you the event dates, which is October 22nd to 25th. Club Run Disney registration is February 3rd. It's coming very soon. That to me tells me that they are going to drop the theming very, very soon. Now, the general public on sale, or what I call the mere mortal registration, is February 10th. All right, so if we go to the next one, I'm going to scroll a little bit to the side. 2027 Marathon, Walt Disney World Marathon Weekend. Event dates, you already see that, January 6th through the 10th. Club Run Disney registration, March 10th. The general, or the mere mortal registration, is March 17th. Now, some of these will have yoga, others will not. A lot of people start seeing that it goes into Monday, and they start going, oh, so we're going to run on Monday. No, that's usually yoga on Monday. So they usually have it the day of the expo or the Monday after. So 2027 Princess Half Marathon. The event dates are February 25th to March 1st. It's basically almost mirroring what we did this year, or we're about to do this year too. Club Run Disney registration, May 26th. Mere Mortals registration, June the 2nd. And the last one for next year, for the next running season, which again starts in October of this year, is the 2027 Run Disney Springtime Surprise. So the event dates are April 15th through the 18th. Registration, Club Run Disney registration is June 30th. And general public or the mere mortal registration is July 7th. Now, there is going to be, and we have all three of them right here, the virtual runs. There usually is 3. I thought that maybe they would have 4 this year, but they're going to keep it at 3. So the 2026 Run Disney Virtual Series, those event dates are June 1st through August 31st. And that's just general public. There is no Club Run Disney. Do they sell out? Yes, they can sell out. It usually depends on the medal and how cool they are. I've noticed that if it's a cool medal and it's just one race, one 5K, or something like that, they sell out a little bit faster. So general public or the mere mortal registration is April 7th. The next one is 2026 Run Disney Virtual Spooktacular. So now they're kind of taking over. Instead of having the Halloween run at Disneyland, they're going to have this. The event dates are October 1st through the 31st. Makes sense. And the mere mortal sale goes on sale August 11th. Now scroll over a little bit more so we can see it. Oh. Yeah, it's going to be real sensitive. So on the bottom, you see here, the 2026 Run Disney Virtual 12Ks of Christmas. That one I think is pretty cool, and they have some really cool medals there too. Event dates are going to be December 1st through the 31st, so that whole Christmas holiday season. And it's just a mere mortal registration on October 6th of 2026. And this, in a nutshell, is basically the Run Disney calendar of events for 2026-2027 season. So what do you guys think? There's not going to be any Disneyland runs. Disneyland Paris doesn't look like it's going to come back for a little bit longer also, but at least we have these. So the next bit of news that dropped, this was over a week ago, is that they're going to increase the number of 5K bibs for all the races next year. So that's going to bring me to my next thing, because the next thing that dropped was the big one, and they had the theming for Wine and Dine coming up because registration is coming up. So we're going to go and take a quick look at that. Well, hello again. Now we're going to go over the breaking news. So I'm going to show you again how to get on this. So in case you want to look at it yourself, we're going to go over the whole thing. But if you want to look at it yourself, this is the way you do it. So you're going to go to runDisney.com. You're going to click on events. On events, it already popped up. So the very bottom of the Walt Disney World is Disney Wine and Dine Half Marathon Weekend, October 22nd to 25th. We're going to click on that. And now you're going to see the theming. And I love the top. It's a really cool the way the color schemes are. So you got the 5K, which is Marie from the Aristocats. You got 10K, and that is Panchito. You got the half marathon, which is Mary Poppins. And then you got Grumpy for the challenge. And you got a countdown. That's really cool. In 274 days, 10 hours, 3 minutes, and that's it. Yeah, that's when we're going to do it. So the weekend overview is going to be right here. So I'll let you guys go over that. But now we're going to see the prices. So the weekend events, we can get that right there. So the weekend Dine and Wine, the 5K is going to be $125. Roughly about what it has been. So maybe a little bit more expensive. The 10K, $175. The half marathon is $269. The challenge is $449. And the post-race party is $125. Now, just remember this. Usually the Wine and Dine Challenge and the Half Marathon, the reason they're a little bit more expensive is because they do include the after party, which we'll get to soon, the post-party right there. So you don't have to buy that ticket. I wouldn't buy that right now, but we're going to go over each one of them. And the events, this is really, really cool. This is the important one, is the 5K, because you're going to look at this. So it's gonna give you the information here. I'll read the bold, and then I'll read the information that's important here. On October 23rd, take a 3.1 mile perfection. With the Aristocats, and get your paws on the creme de la creme, a la Edgar beverage and pastry crackers. I can't speak French. In France, is pretty much catnip for humans. Okay. So it gives you the registration information, which is going to be the 3rd for Club Run Disney, and that's just gold and platinum. And then Mere Mortals is at 10 o'clock on February 10th. And then it gives you the breakdown of the prices. Now, here goes the most important thing. So we're going to read this one. The rest of them we're just going to kind of go through. The first group of runners for the 2026 Disney Wine and Dine 5K will start at 4:30. 30 minutes earlier than before. Participants' start times will range from 4:30 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. based on assigned start groups. Arrival times will vary depending on your start time. Update details coming soon. Stay tuned for more information. So just remember that. That is going to be something that's going to be different. I do see them starting to do this on a regular basis, but we'll go over that in a little bit. But then now let's go to the 10K. Now look at my shirt. Looks familiar. There they are, the Three Caballeros. And I'll read the bold letter. Says, lace up for a fun-filled 6.2 fiesta hosted by Los Tres Caballeros on October 24th, and grab some grub and some delicious tamales in Mexico. Alrighty, and then you got the prices. Again, the registration February 3rd for gold and platinum Club Run Disney, and then silver and the Mere Mortals will do it February 10th. Okay, and you see the prices. Half marathon. Here it is, and again, it's Mary Poppins. So I'm going to read this. Ready for a race that's totally supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Then on October 25th, raise a cup of tea in the UK and join hostess Mary Poppins for 13.1 miles of half marathon magic. Adding a spoonful of sugar is totally your call. And again, we got the registration information. Registration and opening soon. They don't give information here. Maybe they'll give it a little bit somewhere else about the after party. So, Usually it'll be here. Okay, so right here, these 19.3 miles made up the 10K and the half marathon, centered around Grumpy and Pals are the ultimate challenge. And don't be bashful. Grab a pretzel in Germany. It'll make you happy. After all, it's just what Doc ordered. I mean, look at all the puns that they have there. So to complete this, you got to register for this. Remember this. If you register for the 10K and the half marathon separate, you don't get the challenge medal. You have to register for the challenge. And so it has it right here. Complete both of these, then you get that. So a total of 3 medals and 3 shirts. And then it gives you the registration information. Oh, I missed on something right here. So here it is. So one of the things is, if I would have gone up a little bit more. So the after party ticket is going to be included there. You get everything there, including a $15 Disney promo card, not valid after November 2nd. So it's kind of like a gift card with an expiration date, okay? Proof of time guidelines, that kind of stuff, important information. So I'm going to go back really quick to look at the half marathon to see, and that was my fault. And this, you also get the $15 Disney promo card. And again, because you're going to be going to the after hour party. Let me make sure that is there. Yes, it's right there. The second thing, after hours access to the party. So you're going to get that ticket also. They want you to spend it there. And of course, you're not going to spend $15 worth of stuff. You're going to spend a lot more. But now we go back to the 10K and we scroll up. You're going to see that is not included. So if you're going to sign up for the 5K or the 10K, you are going to have to buy that after party ticket. Just to let you know. And just to make sure, we'll do the 5K just in case. But it's not there. So it's the same thing. And let's actually close up with the post party right here. So it starts at 10 p.m. Usually going to stay till about 1, so it's going to be 3 hours. A lot less people there. And lately, and I think it's just because people are getting tired. Like I stay there till like 11:30, then I'm done. But it's going to be less people there. They open up quite a few rides. They're going to have some special merchandise that you can purchase there. So it's something you want to look at. Alrighty. This usually stays open for a while, but basically that's it. Looking at the information, so all the rest of the stuff we'll go over once we get the digital event guide. Now let's go over to the scruffy looking guy. So what do you guys think? And before you do, I'm going to give you a couple of things that I saw. Number one is I'm going to have to talk a little bit about the 5K. So the 5K increases, and I'm not 100% sure because I hear a lot of things that it was about 12, 13,000. My guess is there might go up to 15 and between 15 and 20,000 now, but you're going to be doing it in bigger waves. So it's not going to be the wave release. It's going to be a little bit different in the way that these are run. Now, I haven't done one of these runs in a while, and the last one I did was local. When you show up and it's your time to go, you get there, and then it's your time to go. And then the rest of the people will not even be allowed into that corral or into that area, that chute, until it's their time to go. So since it starts at 4:30, my guess is there's going to be a chute or a start at 4:30. There's going to be a start at 5. There's going to be a start at 5:30. There's going to be a start at 6. Now again, I'm guessing until we get confirmation about this, or for sure when we get the digital event guide, which is going to be about a month before, so sometime in September we'll get that information. But from what I saw, it looks like they're going to allow you, they're going to give you a time, so you're going to get there during that time. So they'll adjust the transportation. So in other words, you're not going to have to get out of your hotel. That might be good for some of the people who like to sleep in a little bit later. So they might get there a little bit later. Now, the only setback is going to be is if you look at it, the last group starts at 7:30. I'm going to guess that they're going to want to be done by about 9, because about an hour later, the park's open, because they're probably going to open it at about 10. So now there's going to be a chance that the later that you start, you're not going to have, I mean, an hour and a half for a 5K is really, really good. That's almost like 30 minutes per mile. But a lot of people like to take their time. They like to check out stuff. So it may not be beneficial for everybody. So until we get there, it's all speculation. But this is the ideas that I'm getting now. I don't mind starting in the back because I'm going to run and it's going to take me about an hour, maybe a little bit less to do it. So it doesn't bother me. But you also kind of look at it too, you're going to have a little bit more separation. So it's going to be easier to get character pictures too. I think this is a great thing. I don't think they're going to do this for every race. I think they'll just do this for the 5K. But let's see how they do this. So the second thing I'm going to go over is the theming, because the theming, I put it up online and a lot of people are reacting already. And so far, it seems like everything has been positive. It's great. It's fantastic. I wasn't going to do it. Now I'm going to do it kind of deal. So I thought it was cool. But one of the underlining things, if you look at it, is it's going to be very, very interesting because we're basically going around World Showcase. So the Aristocats are going to be France. Then we're going to move to the Three Caballeros, which is Mexico. Now, Mary Poppins, we all know, is a UK. And of course, Grumpy is from Germany, so he's gonna be a little bit grumpy and stuff. But I think that is cool. And one of the things that I did when I looked at these, I always thought to myself, I first thought to myself, Grumpy as a challenge medal, oh, I'm not sure if I'm on board with that. But then I started realizing that it was going around World Showcase and it was representing characters there. The ones that aren't represented so far, like our Norway, Anna, and Elsa, a couple of other things that you can have, like Lady and the Tramp in Italy and stuff, and you can go down the Mulan and stuff. But I thought they did a pretty good job once I really looked into it a little bit deeper. But now I'm going to turn it over to you. What are your thoughts? Are you on board now that, man, I didn't think that I was going to like this, but now all of a sudden now I'm going to do it? And guess what? Look what I'm wearing. The Three Caballeros have actually been the challenge medal, the challenge medal and pin, whatever you want to call it. And this is a hat too from Wine Dine. So this is not their first their first rodeo. So this one was from 2019, so it was right before the pandemic hit. Still remember that one. It was a good old run. The medal was great. So it was the challenge medal that the Three Caballeros were there. But again, I'm going to turn it over to you guys. So thank you guys for putting up with me. The next video that's going to come out is going to be the last tips, tricks, whatever it is. The last bit of information before we head off to Disneyland. I'm going to record all the runs, and I got a couple of surprises that are coming up that I think you guys are going to enjoy. And then I'm going to do the video on registration. Now, I always wait because February 3rd is when I get to register. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to record a lot of it so that way you guys have the information you need so that when you go and register, you're set. You got it all written down. And so this is the benefits of watching this channel. But without further ado, thank you very much for putting up with me. Create a magical day, create a magical run, and guys, we'll see you sooner than later.